Hey guys, everyone, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Adab, namaskar, sat sri akal, and I welcome you all to L5, lecture number 5 दोस्तों. हमारा NPO का अगले लेक्चर में इस चैप्टर को करेंगे खत्म, इस चैप्टर को करेंगे विराम दोस्तों. एंड आई होप यू गाइज हैव एंजॉयड every moment of this chapter with me up till now guys. और आगे भी आप लोग इस चैप्टर को ऐसे ही एंजॉय करते रहें. आज भी दोस्तों हम लोग एक फुल फ्लेजेड क्वेश्चन करने वाले हैं विच इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन गाइस, एंड यू गाइस आर सिंपली गोना एंजॉय दिस. आप लोगों को बड़ा मजा आएगा दोस्तों. ढेर सारे इसमें एडजस्टमेंट्स हैं, ढेर सारे इसमें प्रोविजंस हैं, और आप लोगों को सारे के सारे एडजस्टमेंट्स का ध्यान रखना होगा. लेकिन जैसा कि हम लोगों ने पिछले सेशन में किया था, पिछला क्वेश्चन किया था, we will just take one adjustment at a time. We will not be in a rush. अगर जल्दबाजी करी, हड़बड़ी करी तो कर दी गड़बड़ी दोस्तों. जल्दबाजी में नहीं करेंगे, आराम से करेंगे. पूरा का पूरा क्वेश्चन आप और मैं मिलकर सॉल्व आउट करेंगे. हाय शंकर, गुड इवनिंग. हाउ आर यू शंकर? हाउ आर यू? एंड आर यू रेडी टू रॉक एंड रोल विद मी in this question number 9, where there are tons of adjustments and we both will together solve it out as a team. All right, this is gonna be super duper fun. You guys are gonna enjoy this and you guys are gonna love this session guys. बड़ा मजा आएगा. You will start learning. आपको सीखने को मिलेगा नई नई चीजें. Fine sir, what about you? I am doing also well. I am also keeping well. चलो जी guys, आज का सेशन स्टार्ट करेंगे. और आज के सेशन में हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 होने वाला है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 ये हमारे प्रणाम. खुश रहो जानवी, खुश रहो, ढेर सारी खुशियां आपको. हाँ जी दोस्तों, क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 के लिए तैयार हो जाएं. बड़ा मज़ेदार क्वेश्चन, बड़ा ज़ोरदार क्वेश्चन दोस्तों, एंड बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलेगा. आ जाओ भाई एवरीबडी. द स्पोर्ट्स राइटर क्लब गिव्स यू द फॉलोइंग रिसीट्स एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट फॉर द ईयर एंडेड 31st March 2020. Receipts and payment account is given to you with a lot of adjustments. So what we're going to do is we're going to study, we're going to understand where does it go, and then we're going to start solving out. We will only be discussing for the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes we'll be discussing of each and every point and their treatment into the old balance sheet or the new balance sheet or the income and expenditure account. We will also note down the adjustments that needs to be taken care of. Then the final step, the final point that we need to take care of is just putting the amounts into the respective accounts. That's it everybody. Receipts and payment account, the first reading out the receipts account to balance brought down. Shankar and Janvi will have to help me out. To where do this amount go? 4820. Where will this amount go? Balance brought down. So this will go into the opening balance sheet. ये opening balance sheet में जाएगा आपके on the asset side. Well done. So this is what I'm gonna do. एक एक छोटा छोटा पॉइंट इफ वी कैन राइट इट डाउन, एंड जब हमारे को क्वेश्चन को लिखना होगा, द टाइम व्हेन इट एक्चुअली अराइव्स कि आपको यू हैव टू पेन डाउन द परफेक्ट आंसर, इट विल बी कन्वीनियंटली वेरी वेरी इजी. ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट में ऑन द एसेट साइड, सब्सक्रिप्शन, दिस इज एन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर इनकम and it will be reflecting on the income and expenditure account. Miscellaneous income, so this is also an income, it will also go to income and expenditure account. Interest on fixed deposits, so this is also an income, it will go into income and expenditure account. So the next 3 points, subscription, miscellaneous income and interest and FD will go into the income and expenditure account. So these 3 points will go and knock the door of the income and expenditure account. Moving forward with salaries, now I am changing the color of the pen because now ये expenses हैं. Salaries कहाँ जाएंगे सर? ये भी income and expenditure account में जाएंगे on the expenditure side. Rent and electricity, सर ये भी आपके income and expenditure में जाएंगे on the expenditure side. Library books, मुझे ये बताया जाए दोस्तों, क्या library books आपका खर्चा होता है? नहीं सर। लाइब्रेरी बुक सर इज एन एसेट, दिस इज एन एसेट। एंड सर एसेट कहां पर जाता है सर? ये आपका सर बैलेंस शीट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा, एंड दैट टू द क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट, क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट। नेक्स्ट, मैगजीन्स एंड न्यूज़पेपर्स, ये आपका इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में जाएगा। सन्ड्री एक्सपेंसेस इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में जाएंगे, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में जाएंगे। अगेन स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट, सो दीज आर आल्सो एसेट्स दे विल बी डेल्ट इन द क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट, ये आपकी क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे, क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में दे विल बी रिफ्लेक्टेड। एंड बाय बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, बाय बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, बाय बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, ये कहां पर रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा दोस्तों? ये क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा, ये क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा दोस्तों, ऑन द एसेट साइड, ऑन द एसेट साइड। All right guys, तो अभी तक for all the points which were given to us in the receipts and payment account, they have been taken care of, उनका हम लोगों ने ध्यान रख लिया है। moving on दोस्तों, figures of other assets and liabilities are furnished as below. Figures of assets and liabilities are furnished as below. Salaries outstanding, तो दोस्तों what I'm gonna do is, मैं salaries में जा रहा हूं, मैं salaries में जाऊंगा, and I will write down A for adjustment, A for adjustment, A for adjustment. So I will keep that in mind कि as and when I come on to salaries portion, I will have to take care of that there is an adjustment. Outstanding rent and electricity, outstanding for magazines and newspapers, these are also adjustments. The rent and electricity we have an adjustment, newspapers and magazines we have an adjustment. Fair enough guys, it is as if we are having adjustment in every point. Fixed deposit 10% with bank, fixed deposit 10% with bank, दोस्तों this is the amount of fixed deposit that we have done. Everybody has to understand दोस्तों, 20,000 is the amount of fixed deposit, 10% is the rate of interest that you shall receive on it. Understanding my point? तो दोस्तों ये जो है आपका फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट गाइस, ये आपका बैलेंस शीट, ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट प्लस क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट, एंड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट दोनों में रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा, ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट एंड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट। इंटरेस्ट अक्रूड देयर ऑन, इंटरेस्ट अक्रूड, ये आपका दोस्तों इंटरेस्ट वाले पोर्शन में जाएगा, एडजस्टमेंट। सब्सक्रिप्शंस रिसीवेबल एडजस्टमेंट। नेक्स्ट, प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस, ये सन्ड्री एक्सपेंसेस एडजस्टमेंट, इट इज एज इफ वी आर हैविंग एडजस्टमेंट इन ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट। Furniture, sports equipments and library books, guys, furniture, sports equipments, library books, because we are only being given information of 2019, it will be reflected in the opening balance sheet, ये opening balance sheet में reflect होगा। The closing values of furniture and sports equipments, the closing values of furniture and sports equipments are to be determined after charging depreciation at the rate 10% and 20% respectively, inclusive of the additions if any during the year. मतलब दोस्तों आपको फर्नीचर पर डेप्रिसिएशन देना है एट द रेट 10%, मैं यहां पर डेप्रिसिएशन की रेट लिख रहा हूं। स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स पर देना है डेप्रिसिएशन एट द रेट 20%। The club's library books are revalued at the end of the financial year and the value at the end is 5250. तो 5250 will go into the closing balance sheet. इन्होंने खुद से ही बता दिया, ये closing balance sheet में जाएगा, ये closing balance sheet में जाएगा। Everybody, I hope I have helped you out and now you will, अच्छा इस चीज का ध्यान रखना, लाइब्रेरी बुक्स पर डेप्रिसिएशन निकालना पड़ेगा। वी विल हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द डेप्रिसिएशन अमाउंट ऑन लाइब्रेरी बुक्स। निकालना पड़ेगा खुद से, कैसे निकालेंगे वो सारी चीजें बताऊंगा, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. Moving on from the above information, you are required to prepare the club's balance sheet as at 31st March 2019, the club's income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020, and the club's closing balance sheet as at 31st March 2020. 31st March 2020. Everybody clear about it? Can we move on guys? आप लोगों से बैलेंस शीट बोला गया है, बैलेंस शीट एज एट 31st March 2019, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट एंड द बैलेंस शीट एज एट 31st March 2020. To start with guys, we have balance brought down, so it will go into the opening balance sheet asset side, so cash in hand. Everybody, now let us try to solve out the question and in writing within the next 20 minutes. All right, cash in hand 4820. Next, subscription. This will go on to the income and expenditure account. Subscription will go into the income and expenditure account guys. कितना है 28,600. However, it has adjustments. So guys, we'll go to income and expenditure account by subscriptions. 28,600. But because it has adjustments, I am writing it under in the inner column. And now we will have to treat subscriptions. Subscriptions receivable 1263 of 2019 and 2020 K 1575. Every adjustment has multiple. Hi, good evening DK Gamer. हाँ जी बच्चे, every adjustment have a multiple double treatment. तो 2019 वाले के 2 ट्रीटमेंट होंगे, 2020 वाले के भी 2 ट्रीटमेंट होंगे. अब वो क्या 2 ट्रीटमेंट होंगे? बिकॉज हमारी जो बुक्स अकाउंट्स बनती है वो डुअल एंट्री कंसेप्ट पर बनती है. तो एवरी एडजस्टमेंट दैट वी डू विल हैव डबल इंपैक्ट. 1263 फॉर इंटरेस्ट अक्रूड. हाँ जी गाइस, सब्सक्रिप्शन रिसीवेबल 1263. तो ये ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट में जाएगा दोस्तों ऑन द एसेट साइड. सब्सक्रिप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग 1263 और ये पिछले साल का है, तो देन इट विल बी रिड्यूस्ड. लेस आउटस्टैंडिंग फॉर 2019 1263. नेक्स्ट, ये हो गया 1575, ये 2020 का है. दिस विल बी एडेड. Add outstanding for 2020 1575. कोई मुझे कैलकुलेट कर बता सकता है गाइस? एनीबडी हु कैन हेल्प मी आउट इन कैलकुलेशन ऑफ दिस पॉइंट? 28,600 माइनस 1263 प्लस 1575, 28,912 एंड जानवी ने हमारी मदद कर दी थी. वेल डन जानवी. 28,912. However, second treatment of outstanding subscription 2020 का 1575. So you can see that I have done 2 treatments of one amount. देखेंगे दोस्तों, I am just redoing it for you so that you guys understand. 1263 the first amount and 1575 the second amount. 1263 has now been reflected into the opening balance sheet as an asset because it is receivable, and the second treatment is 2019 का है, we have reduced it. 1575 का पहला treatment, it belongs to the year 2020, we have added, and because it is still receivable, it's an asset which I have reflected onto the closing balance sheet. So what I am trying to do is, for every adjustment that we go into, जब भी किसी पॉइंट पर पहुंचे तो उस तरीके से ट्रीटमेंट करना कि उसका कोई पेंडिंग काम ना रह जाए. Make sure to treat it in such a way that there is no other pending treatment whatsoever. So now we have taken care of balance brought down subscription. To miscellaneous income, it does not have any adjustment, and it just needs to go into the income and expenditure account. That's a beautiful thing. Income and miscellaneous income. Oh, sorry, this is balance sheet. This is balance sheet. Sorry. By miscellaneous income, which is 700 rupees. Moving on to the next point, guys. Interest on fixed deposit 2000 rupees. Interest on fixed deposit 2000 rupees. This is the interest for the year, because as you can see it, fixed deposit 10% with bank, opening balance sheet, closing balance sheet. So I will pen it down, 20,000. I will pen it down, guys. Fixed deposit, asset on the opening day 20,000, fixed deposit on the closing day 20,000. Now we are talking about the interest on fixed deposit. We are talking about the interest on fixed deposit. So by interest on FD. If you can see, guys, कि जो interest on fixed deposit है, वो आपको 2000 rupees is what you have received. 2000 rupees is what you have received in this year. As you can see it, it is written 2000 rupees. However, there is an adjustment. Adjustment करेंगे, guys. Adjustment मैंने इसका treatment कर दिया है. 500 rupees interest accrued on the first year. 500 interest accrued on the last day of this year, guys. So interest, accrued interest, accrued interest 2019 का माइनस करेंगे 500 रुपए, ऐड करेंगे accrued interest of 2020 500 रुपए. आ जाते हैं, गाइज, आ जाते हैं. 2000 में से 500 गया, 500 आया दोस्तों, 2000 रुपए. इसमें कोई चेंज नहीं होगा. इंटरेस्ट अक्रूड है, ये आपकी बैलेंस शीट में ज़रूर जाएगा. अक्रूड इंटरेस्ट 500 रुपीज़ in the closing balance sheet as well as in the opening balance sheet. Accrued interest 500 rupees. So we have done all the treatments in relation to accrued interest also. So this has now been taken care of. Next, moving on, now we are done with the receipt side. Moving on to the payment side, guys. Now we have taken care of each and every point of the receipt side. Moving on to the payment side, starting with salaries. Aja bhai, 12,000, it has an adjustment. So I will write salaries goes into the income and expenditure account. The two salaries. Salaries kitni hai? I forgot the amount. 12,000, I think. 12,000, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first write 12,000 in the inner column. And then I'm going to go on to the adjustment. What are they talking about in the adjustment? Salaries outstanding. 710 for the preceding year, 170 for the current year. So you will reduce 710 of the preceding year because it does not relate to the current year. So outstanding for 2019 710 add करेंगे outstanding 2020 170. Everybody help me out. 12,000 minus 710 plus 170 coming out to be 11,460. This is just one treatment of the outstanding. 2019 wala will go into the opening balance sheet. outstanding salaries as liabilities because this is a payable amount 710, and the other one, outstanding liabilities, outstanding salaries as 170, 170, 170. Everybody clear about it? So this is, now we have taken care of all the treatments of 1 2 1 2. Why I'm ticking twice? Because every adjustment goes through double the amount of time. All right. Outstanding rent and electricity is the next point. Acha, rent and electricity, now I have taken care of salaries. Rent and electricity 7,220. To rent and electricity, 7,220. Then you will have to add up, reduce the outstanding amount, reduce the outstanding amount of 2019 and add outstanding amount of 2020. हाँ जी guys, 19 का है आपका 864 and 973. 864 973. Come on guys, buck up your speed. I want each and every one of you to push. Let us complete this question. Let us complete this question in less than 20 minutes. 7329. These were one adjustment each of 2019 and 20. Now let us go into the balance sheet. Outstanding rent and electricity 864, for 2019 and 2020 973. Outstanding rent and electricity 973. Now we are done with two treatments of each. Moving on, library books. I am marking a star. It is only when I reach onto the library books assets तब मैं यहाँ पर इसको treat करूँगा. So I have put a star because I need to treat it. I will be treating it at a later point of time. I will be treating it no matter what. इसलिए don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be treating it. By magazines and newspapers. By magazines and newspapers is the next point. Magazines and newspaper 2172. हाँ जी guys, 2172. यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ. To magazines and NP newspapers. All right. So what I'm, because of space constraint, what I'm gonna do is मैं यहीं पर डायरेक्टली अमाउंट लिख रहा हूँ और फिर अपन आउटर कॉलम में चले जाएंगे. Magazines and newspaper 2172. It also has an adjustment 2172. आपको माइनस करना होगा 2019 वाला, प्लस करना होगा 2020 वाला. तो 2019 वाला कितना है आउटस्टैंडिंग? 226 340 for 2020. तो 226 is what we will have to reduce. 226 रिड्यूस करना है, प्लस 340 अपने को वो करना है. हाँ जी गाइस, 2172 प्लस 340 माइनस 226 coming out to be 2286. Correct me if I go wrong. All right. Now 226 being the liability of the preceding year, it will go into the opening balance sheet. Opening outstanding magazines and newspapers 226. Next, outstanding magazines and newspaper 340. 340. Next, moving on. Now we have done treatments of the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adjustments. Well done, guys. We are at the right speed, at the right pace. By sundry expenses, everybody. It also has an adjustment 10,278. Again, we're gonna do it in the same way, the way we just did for magazines and newspapers. To two sundry expenses 10,712. Correct me if I have written wrong. 10,278. Sorry. 10,278. 278. We will have to reduce the amount. अच्छा, ध्यान से देखेंगे everybody. Now it is prepaid. 2019 में it was prepaid, then it must have been paid for the year 2020. And if it is being prepaid for the year 2000, if it is being prepaid in the year 2020, it is being paid for the year 2021. So 417, which was paid in the year 2019, relates to the year 2020. So it will be added. 417 will be added. 417 will be added, and for the year that you paid for 620, which is 2021, ये माइनस कर दिया जाएगा. तो 10278 plus 417 minus 620 coming out to be 10,075. Prepaid expense is an asset. For the year 2019, it will be shown onto the asset side. Prepaid expense 417 and 620 prepaid expense 620 in the closing balance sheet. Now this adjustment has also now been taken care of. Moving on, sundry expenses हो गया. Sports equipments, we will right away deal with it, guys, as and when we come on to the income and as and when we come on to all the assets. And finally the balance carried down, the closing balance sheet में जाएगा दोस्तों 2450. closing balance sheet में cash in hand 2450. Now guys, I was not expecting कि हमारा क्वेश्चन इतनी जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा. चलो आखिरी 5 मिनट. फर्नीचर, एवरीबडी फर्नीचर 9,600. They are asking you to depreciate at the rate 10%. The furniture 9,600 will first be reflected in the opening balance sheet at 9,600. इस पर depreciation to depreciation सबसे पहले on furniture at the rate 10%. 9,600 का 10% कितना निकल कर आता है गाइस? 960. तो क्लोजिंग वैल्यू कितनी रह गई फर्नीचर की? एनीबडी हु कैन हेल्प मी आउट कि भाई बहुत आसान सी बात पूछ रहा हूं. अगर 9,600 की वैल्यू है, उसमें से 960 का अगर आपका डेप्रिसिएशन लग गया, तो व्हाट इज द क्लोजिंग वैल्यू ऑफ द मशीनरी फर्नीचर? It is 8640. So now we have taken care of furniture. Now moving on to sports equipments. Now this is very, very important. Everybody, sports equipments on day 1 was 7,200. So I am writing it in the opening balance sheet. Sports equipments 7,200. इसमें दोस्तों कुछ हमने स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स खरीदे हैं 1,000 रुपीज के. अब टोटल कितने हो गए स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स गाइस? अगर अपन क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में चलें, स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स पहले कितने के थे गाइस? 7,200 के 7,200 प्लस 1,000 के आपने और खरीद लिए, 1,000 के आपने और खरीद लिए, तो कितने हो गए 8,200 के। अब 8,200 में से 8,200 में से अगर आपको डेप्रीसिएशन देना होगा एट द रेट 20%, तो लेस 20%, 1640 माइनस करने के बाद आया 6560। 1640 आपका डेप्रीसिएशन आ जाएगा ऑन स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स। ये आपका हो गया स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट से जुड़ा हुआ। एंड फाइनली लाइब्रेरी बुक्स 5,000, ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट में लिखेंगे लाइब्रेरी बुक्स 5,000 रुपीज। मूविंग ऑन गाइस, ये आपका दोस्तों क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में जाएगा लाइब्रेरी बुक्स 5,000। अब everybody has to understand there is a purchase of library books, ये देखें 1,000 के इन दोनों पर ही तो स्टार मार्क किया था। if you guys can see that I have marked star to be taken care of at a later stage of time, of which sports equipments have been taken care of. Now it's time for library books. Now what they are trying to say is कि library books is what you have purchased for 1,000 rupees, 6,000. अब total value 6,000 की आ गई, but they have said it into the question that the closing value shall remain at 5,250. So anybody who can help me out with the amount of depreciation? Everybody has to logically understand the value of library books as on the first day of the financial year, the previous year, is 5,000, and 1,000 is what you have purchased. Total value is now 6,000. However, if they are stating कि भाई final value should be 5,250, तो ये क्या लॉजिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन नहीं है that 750 must be, this is the balancing figure. 750 will be the depreciation guys. तो यहां पर मैं लिखूंगा क्या नाम है, लाइब्रेरी बुक्स 750. तो व्हाट इज द टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन? 960 प्लस 1640 प्लस 750 कमिंग आउट टू बी 333350. Everybody clear about it? Everybody clear about it? Yes or no? Now add it up. As far as I can see guys, the total amount of expenses seems to be greater than the income side. So what I am doing is I am adding the debit side first. 11,460 plus 7,329 plus 2,286 plus 10,075 plus 3,350 coming out to be 34,500. 34,500 is the amount. Next 34,500 में से 34,500 में से if we reduce 34,500 में से if we reduce 28,912 minus 700 rupees minus 2,000 rupees, we arrive at the deficit which is coming out to be 2,888. तो guys यहां पर लिख रहा हूं by deficit 2,888. ये डेफिसिट कैपिटल फंड में से माइनस किया जाएगा. वी विल रिड्यूस सच डेफिसिट फ्रॉम द कैपिटल फंड. ऑलराइट गाइस. अच्छा अब मुझे बताओ गाइस यहां पर कितना आ रहा है, यहां पर कितना आ रहा है. व्हाट इज द कैपिटल फंड? 4,820. आई एम एडिंग ऑन द एसेट साइड 1,263 plus 20,000 plus 500 plus 417 plus 9600 plus 7200 plus 5000 rupees, 48,800, 48,800, 48,800, 48,800 में से -710 -864 -226 47,000 दोस्तों, ये है आपका कैपिटल फंड, ये है आपका कैपिटल फंड बैलेंसिंग फिगर, 47,000 47,000. Everybody clear about it? 47,000. This will go into the closing balance sheet. Capital fund 47,000. Reduce the deficit of 2888. 47,000 minus 2888 coming out to be 44,112. 44,112 plus 170 plus 973 plus 340 coming out to be 45,595. 45,595. Haji guys, 1575 plus 20,000, just checking out on the asset side also, plus 500 plus 620 plus 2450 plus 8640 plus 6560 plus 5250, total coming out to be 45595. Well done guys. Everybody clear about it? Everybody clear about it? क्या मजा आया? क्या मजा आया guys? Did you guys enjoy the question? Everybody? How was it? Janvi, Shankar, I hope you guys, you must have enjoyed this session guys, क्योंकि yup, yes, well done. Now are you guys feeling comfortable in this chapter guys? Now are you guys ready to claim 10 on 10 on this, in this chapter guys? 10 on 10 in this chapter. Everyone, what say on this? What do you say on this? Question number 10 is what we're gonna do tomorrow, and tomorrow we're gonna wind up this chapter guys. Tomorrow we're gonna wind up this chapter. Tomorrow दोस्तों, this is the type of question which can also come into the examination hall, whereas the income and expenditure account is given. You will have to prepare the receipt and payment account and the opening and the closing balance sheet. So this is a different type of question that we'll be doing tomorrow at the same time 5 p.m. At the same time 5 p.m. All right guys, so keeping the session till here and finally helping you out guys, enroll on the Unacademy CA Foundation and Plus or Iconic, because अभी चल रहा है, yes जानवी, अभी चल रहा है flat 20% discount, flat 20% discount. This is a limited time offer guys. Using the code RATHI10 RATHI10, you guys can enroll on this platform and trust me, it is gonna be really worthwhile. जो फाउंडेशन से दोस्तों, जो फाउंडेशन से इंटरमीडिएट में आ रहे हैं, इवन फॉर इंटरमीडिएट ऑल्सो देयर इज अ 20% फ्लैट डिस्काउंट ऑन यूजिंग द कोड RATHI10. All right, light is a curated test series which will be part of Unacademy Plus or Iconic, both. Unacademy Plus and Iconic, both. And you can also go for a combo subscription. You can also go for a combo subscription, guys. Trust me, it's gonna be, if you enroll for combo subscription at 30,000, at 30,787, at 30,787, you will have 24 months access for CA foundation and intermediate. What else would you require, guys? Aji guys, everybody, for 24 month subscription. Trust me, it is I don't think so इतने सस्ते में कहीं पर भी मिलता होगा, कहीं पर भी मिलता होगा इतना सस्ते में guys. Make sure to enroll ASAP, जितना जल्दी हो सके दोस्तों enroll करें, and trust me, it is gonna be really worthwhile being a part of this. All right, everybody. So wishing you all the very best. अपना ध्यान रखें, मेहनत करते रहे, हम मिलते रहेंगे. Till then, take care. जय हिंद. Bye bye.